Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Aniza Putri Z Lalu dengan NPM 2588203010. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan tentang tokoh filosofi dan pemikirannya, dan saya mengambil tentang tokoh filosofi yaitu bernama Plato dan pemikirannya. Everyone who examines Plato's works associates himself with some of the central doctrines. One of the most famous central doctrines is his explanation of forms or ideas. From him, the world that is visible to our sense is in some ways flawed and full of errors, but there is more real and perfect realm inhabited by entities called form or ideas, the eternal. Plato taught that humans actually exist in different worlds, the world of idea and physical world. The physical world, or the place where we live, is only shadow of original world, the world of ideas, which is eternal and everlasting. The understanding idea that Plato means is not an ideas like human ideas or thoughts. This idea does not exist at all. The mind of each in it is human ideas or thoughts that originate the world of ideas. To explain his theory about the world of ideas, Plato made an allegory by saying that life is like being chained in a cave. Humans are forced to see shadow crossing a stone wall without a source of the shadow. The Greek philosopher, imagined an ideal society by re-examining the concept of justice, truth, and beauty. In the allegory, there is a group of people impersonated in cave, since the were dorm without any knowledge of the outside. They are chained, fixing the wall without being able to look behind them. There is a dim campfire that is often passed by the cave guard and animals, so that all their lives they were only able to see shadow reflected on the wall in front of them. They only saw shadow and sound of the cave, so they considered it as the actual reality. One time, a prisoner was deliberately relaxed from the cave. His body, which had been chained all his life, was finally able to move, even though he had to endure incredible pain. When he walked out of the cave, the sunlight hurt his eyes, and he found a new environment that was convinced. When he was so told that everything he saw was real and shadows were only reflection of the object he saw, he had difficulty accepting it, but gradually he began to adjust until he saw his reflection in the water and finally in the sun. He realized that there was another reality that exceeded the reality he believed in. Well, in the cave. In an instant, his knowledge changed. He realized that the reality he had believed in was wrong. Everything he saw, heard, and felt was only a reflection of a higher reality. After he was sure enough that there was an interesting world, the prisoner returned to the cave to tell his friends his discovery. The other prisoner would hear the start from the released prisoner thought the journal had made stupid and blind and refused his friend's invitation to see what he saw. Plato introduced his passage as an analogy of what it was like to be a philosopher trying to educate society. Most people are not only comfortable with their ignorance but hastily to anyone who points out the truth. In fact, in real life, Socrates was sentenced to death by the Athenian government for disturbing his social order. As we have seen, the myth of the cave brings together a series of ideas very common to the philosophy of idealism: the existence of can who exists independently of human opinion, the presence of constant deception that 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 leads us away from the truth, and the qualitative change that implies a chase to that truth on now, and there is not turning back. Plato's cave is one of the great allegories of the philosophy of idealism that has marked so much of the way of thinking of Western culture. To understand it means to know the style of thought that for centuries has been dominant in Europe and America and the basis of the greatness of Plato's theory. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.